Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the Three Musketeers, and this is a game of Hardcore Rush on Sharqi Peninsula. But this time I am playing with a squad of mine, some of my friends in the Three Musketeers, Dom Tacular, and then a second Dub Jack, who I've played with previously, comes and joins our squad. But at the start he was on the opposite team, actually had to switch teams. There you go, he's joined now, because of the still outstanding problems with the squads, which is something I want to talk about later on. But we're playing with the Three Musketeers. Now, recently, the video before last, I put up a link to my battle log for any of you guys who did want to join the Three Musketeers. Everyone's welcome. I accept everyone who wants to join if you're playing on PS3. I thought it'd be a good laugh to see how many people we could get to join and maybe have some games together and try and grow the Three Musketeers platoon. So the link to that is still in my second to last video, so go check that out if you haven't, if you want to join the Three Musketeers, and we'll have some games together. Could be a good laugh. Now, this was probably about the 7th game of the night. We played quite a few games. Unfortunately, I hadn't managed to record them all for reasons I'll talk about in a minute. But this is about the 7th game, and the reason we were playing so much together this night was because it was this is the 6th of February, which in the UK anyway was the date that the voice chat patch came out. So what do you do when the voice chat patch comes out? Well, we pretty much just screamed and shouted, to be honest. Screamed and shouted at each other. Quite excitable at the time. The voice chat seemed to be working well. We tested it out at many frequencies and volumes, I must admit. Quite excitable at the time, just having a good laugh, screaming and shouting. So that's the reason I haven't put the voice chat on this video, the conversation we were having, because there's quite a lot of volatile language in there. It was quite a good laugh, but it was very interesting. A previous game to this, we were on CN Crossing, and it was us three and the rest of our team versus an entire clan called TWB. And that got pretty intense, very interesting. There's some very interesting words swap. We were screaming and shouting at each other, all in good laugh. But it was quite funny. But unfortunately, I didn't get to record that because with my headset, I use the Sony surround sound headset, and the problem with that is it's a USB in. So if I use that headset to use as a microphone to talk to everyone on voice chat, it takes away the sound from the PVR. The sound no longer goes from the PlayStation and into the PVR and onto and then from there onto the PC. Instead, it goes straight from the PS3 and bypasses wirelessly into the headset. So if I record using that headset, unfortunately, I get no sound. So the first couple of games, I didn't record playing against TWB and some of the interesting games, which is unfortunate because I was obviously wanting to try out the headsets. And then I, in a moment of clarity, I remembered that I did actually have my old headset stored away somewhere, just a normal little Bluetooth piece that I could use still for voice chat, and that didn't take away the sound. The sound still went through the PS3 and then into the PVR, so I could still capture the sound. So I then started recording again, and we had this game. It was quite a good game. We were working together quite well, trying to go for the objectives. The first two we took quite quickly. We didn't actually take them ourselves, but our team was working quite well. And the second two, I take A in quite a funny manner, actually. You'll see in a second, quite a fluky manner, a guy waiting for me with a shotgun. It's quite strange. And then B gets a bit of a stalemate, so I skip through some of that. And then we take the final two, and we win the game quite successfully. But as this is playing out, this footage, there's a few things I wanted to talk to you about. I thought it was quite an interesting subject, now that they've fixed the voice chat. Other things that you may want to be fixed, or I personally want to be fixed. I thought I'd talk to you about that. Now, the first thing I wanted to mention was the squads. As I said at the start of this game, there's still some problems with the squad. You still join teams, and there was, in this game for instance, there was 3 of us joined the game together, and panicking moment there, almost shooting at my teammate. 3 of us joined together, and for some reason it puts 2 of us on one team and 1 of us on the other team, even though there is enough space for all of us to be on the same team, and he then has to switch teams himself. So that's still a problem with the squads, which would be good if they could fix. And then a couple of things I thought would be I'd love in some DLC and some updates was the opportunity to quit during servers, because I found that very strange that there's no option to quit between games, yet on your battle log they give you a percentage of how often you've quit, which I think is quite cheeky really, because, well, how else do you expect us to go on with our everyday to-day lives? Do you expect us to join a server and then stay in it for all of eternity and never leave? The only way to carry on with normal life is to wait for the next game to start and then quit, because otherwise you're trapped in the circle of eternity and you'll be playing Battlefield until your dying days. So I think it's quite strange that there's no quit option, but then they give you a percentage of how often you quit a game. I think that's a very unusual thing they've done there. Now, the main problem I think needs to be patched in the next update is, of course, the input lag. Now, this is something that only the PlayStation 3 suffers with. I don't own or play an Xbox, but I do hear and know that it doesn't have the same problems as the PS3. And of course, the PC is completely different, so that doesn't suffer from the same problems. Now, of course, the input lag is quite an off-putting problem. I think it's something that does need to be fixed, does require some looking at, and it is, of course, just the fact that as you move your controls around, as you input, obviously the actions, your character or weapon is about half a second behind. So it makes aiming sometimes a little bit. It never feels like you've quite mastered the sensitivity sometimes, especially when you're trying to snipe. It's never that smooth. And now recently, interestingly, we actually managed to contact DICE and ask them if they knew when the update for the input lag would be out. And worryingly, they said they still hadn't found the root of the problem yet, and we're still looking into it. So that was something quite worrying. This next sequence is actually quite funny. The enemy nicked our tank GTA style, so it was annoying me a little bit. So I got a big flanking around the side of the map, and I get the C4 out, and I destroy it nice and close up. You going down, son. And the other thing I thought I'd like to see in the next patch is the ability to change your weapon setups and your weapon classes during the menu, because it seems strange that you have to sit and wait for 30 seconds between games, and then when the next game starts you hastily have 10-15 seconds to change your class, change your perks, change your attachments. It seems a bit silly that you can't do that during the game, but they're the three things that the three main things I'd like to see changed in the next DLC. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.
My dick cost a late night fee. Yo dick got the HIV. My dick plays on the double feature screen. Yo dick went straight to DVD.
My dick bigger than a bridge. Yo dick look like a little kid's. My dick large like the Chargers. The whole team. Yo shit.